go get a little water. It's kind of a perfect little nook for me. Whoever designed this hotel room created this little spot. I don't really know what it is. It's some sort of, I don't know, little couch on a dresser. Don't like these drapes here, but that's all right. How you guys doing? How you guys doing? Good morning, Fred. Good morning, Rebecca. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, Timothy. Good morning, Jack Taylor. Good morning, Lori. Good morning, Garrett Clemens Sports, who's asking if it's golf weather soon. It is golf weather soon. I was out and about yesterday and felt so weird because just a few weeks ago I was so bundled up. And yesterday, I could go out and walk around in a sweatshirt. Felt weird. Good morning, Alex. Good morning, WMCC. Spring is around the corner, Fred. Wonder what it's like for you in southern Indiana. Garrett's saying it's going to be 70 here this week in North Carolina. Look at me, drinking out of my purple Yeti. I realized I packed up all my mugs. I was going to set aside my coffee with Ken mug, but then I must have gotten on a roll packing up the other day and packed it and taped it and crammed it into my Kia Soul. I'll tell you what, it felt kind of good not going live the last couple days. I was a little annoyed with you guys. It was, and it's not your fault. It's my fault. It's my fault, but I was annoyed with you guys. I might, over the last 6 years, and maybe over my whole life, needed approval, needed to overshare, needed to let people in, needed to connect with people in a way that maybe at the end of the day might be unhealthy for me. I don't know. And I think I was that way as a kid. I wanted to be liked. I usually was. I know as a realtor I was that way. I'll tell you what, you become a realtor, it's easy if you're hungry and needing sales to tear down any boundaries between you and your customers and the world. Somebody reaches out at 11 o'clock at night and wants to see a house the next day. You want to, at least I did, I wanted to show them how that I'm there whenever they need it. Oh yeah, I'll set it up for you. We'll be there at 9 a.m. And so when someone reaches out or makes a comment to me, I still instinctively want to respond, and I want to be friendly or make them feel good, or I don't know what it is. Whatever other crazy feelings I have going through my head. I think I still value approval too much. And during the last 6 years doing Coffee with Ken, I certainly let you guys in ways that maybe aren't healthy for me, but maybe they were what I needed to do, and they got me from A to B to C to D. Notice I'm ending at a D in Wisconsin. On that last Friday, packing up all my stuff. And the previous few weeks, previous few months, I think in the last 3 months, I think had been heavy on me, and that I knew I probably need to be making a change and needing to find my way back into Illinois, somewhere in Illinois. And I had superficially kind of built my uh, worth, if you will, as crazy as that is, into the things I'd accumulated and the apartment I lived in and the gym I went to and the coffee shops I went to and the jobs I went to, although emotionally they were all kind of empty places for me. The town itself was. You know, I walked around, I liked the buildings, I liked the coffee shop, I liked the Y, I liked what have you, but I didn't really have any relationships up there. And I think it was sort of self imposed isolation. And maybe over the last 6 years it has been as well. Um, and the previous 3 weeks before I moved, I I think I was going through a lot of emotions and feeling stuff and scared and worried. And was I making the right thing? Was I selling all my stuff? Was I losing my identity? Was I ever going to find a cool apartment or a relationship or what have you? And as I was selling it apart, uh, bit by bit, I think it kind of was tearing me up a little bit. I mean, it felt good to get rid of the stuff. I needed the cash. My buyers, I was selling everything on Facebook Marketplace, seemed happy. Ended up selling my TV for anyone that cares for 125 bucks. Nice young lady. Came with a friend. They carried it out. They didn't need any help. Paid like $215 8 months later. Think I got a good sale for it, but I think she's going to get a great TV as well. But then Saturday morning came along, and I was up late kind of Friday packing up my stuff. And Saturday morning came along, and I was just sitting there, and here's where this was this was probably not something I needed to share with you, the packing up of my life and the moving. And my hope is that the details of my life, where I live, where I'm working, you know, the minuscule details, did I pack the lamp, aren't relevant, because they're just kind of my stuff. And my stuff's not your stuff. My stuff to you guys is just kind of almost gossip, if you will. But I know we all have our stuff. We all have our lamps that we're wondering if we can pack, or a move we're wondering about making, or a job switch, or a relationship, or a bill to pay, or a loss of a loved one. But they don't all look exactly like mine. So the details of mine and sharing the details of every aspect of my life, I think had become a little bit of a burden on me. And on Saturday morning, I'm feeling kind of almost overwhelmed with emotion, because I dismantled the life I put together over the previous year by selling off my stuff, by telling all my jobs that last week was going to be my last week, and telling my apartment I was moving, and it was time to go. I just had a few more stuff to put away. And I wanted that to be my experience, not yours. Honestly, I was not feeling like handling the questions of the minute details of the move and stuff like that, because it was a heavy moment for me, a heavy morning, a heavy day. Heck, I have gone off into the unknown 3 times now over the last 3 years. 2 years ago, I packed up my scooter and I rode off to Yellowstone to work for the season as a waiter. A year ago, I packed up my Kia Soul and drove up to Wisconsin, basically where I didn't know anybody. And then on Saturday morning, I was packing up my car. And believe me when I tell you, there's never been a more packed Kia Soul in the history of Kia Souls. There is not one nook unused in that car. But that's not the point of my story. Saturday, I was packing up my life again and heading off into the unknown. And it felt heavy and it didn't feel like something I wanted to share. And after I got everything in my car, and believe me when I tell you, I was really going like this and putting all my clothes, they weren't in suitcases, they were in bags that could be stuffed into the tiniest little nook. But I had a neighbor that I think I'd mentioned on this show. He was an old dude, an Air Force vet named Fred. Cruised around my halls in a scooter, a little mobile scooter. I'd never knocked on his door before. We never hung out or anything like that. Just kind of highs in the hall and an occasional, I don't know, insult about the other one's football team. He was a Packer fan. I'm obviously a Bear fan. But a good guy. And I knocked on his door and I said, "Hey, Fred, wanted to let you know I'm moving today." And he goes, "Oh, why?" And I told him how I wanted to get closer to family and friends, but I kid you not, I started crying. The emotions kind of overwhelmed me. The fact that I was doing it again and heading off into the unknown for a third time over the last 3 years, and that I'd torn apart a beautiful apartment, a decent, respectable, good life in Wisconsin, in a cool town, in an awesome apartment, several jobs. But I think the emotions were that big on me, and I just started crying. And it kind of felt good to cry. Packed up got in my car, I guess, drove off. Needed to stop by the bank, deposit some money in the bank. I had a bunch of cash in my pocket from all the sales I'd had in the previous week. It was pretty nice, by the way. Having people come by, give me $20, $100, $5, $10, $100. Had one lady Venmo me for my futon. I was the least excited to have her and her husband come by and pick up the futon because she'd already paid me the night before. Hope she enjoys that futon. I know I did. But anyway, I went and donated plasma. I figured, hey, I could use a little more money before I head off on the road. Who knows what my expenses will look like. I know my budget's tight. And I was telling the woman that was doing the check-in for plasma donation about, I'd seen her over the last year. I mean, offhand, I don't even know her name, but she'd watched my show occasionally, and told her the story about Fred and how I started crying. I started crying again. She started crying. It was really a sweet moment. It was really a sweet moment. And maybe sometimes I don't need to share all those moments with the whole world. Most of you people are good people, but even good people sometimes maybe forget that, and maybe I forget that this is a human being's life. And sometimes I might overshare, and that's on me. And I just would assume whoever's watching would know, when to pull back and when to act interested. And that's probably my fault for thinking that. But either way, I have moved. I checked into this hotel somewhere in Illinois on Saturday, and kind of enjoyed the fact that the move was over Saturday night, and sat on my bed and watched like 5 episodes of Seinfeld. Got a good night's sleep. Woke up yesterday, which was Sunday, wondering if I should go live or not. And honestly, still didn't feel the want or the need or the urge. And thought, all right, I knew I had a interview set up for 12 o'clock on yesterday morning or at noon yesterday. And again, I woke up just after 8. And I go, well, what am I going to do with my morning? And I thought about a few different things. And then I thought, hey, new town, be great to make it to a church service. So I went to church. It was pretty good. I forget, when I came up to Wisconsin, I probably visited like 8 or 10 churches before I settled on one. I think it takes some time to feel comfortable. Went to 3 gyms yesterday. One was a Planet Fitness. I should know what I should expect from Planet Fitness. Still a pretty good value. It's still super clean. But I went to 3 gyms yesterday. One of them has like a free membership period while you experience it. 2 of them did not have a heavy bag. And as I've talked about before, I've really enjoyed punching the heavy bag. Yesterday I went to one, and after the interview, and I was specifically going there to hit the bag, but they didn't have the bag. I'll tell you, their website showed a heavy bag. So that gym wasn't going to work for me. I need to blow off some stress and some steam punching the crap out of that heavy bag. So I got home, talked to my good friend ChatGPT. We developed a plan for today. The plan was to do a live with you guys from 7 to 9 a.m. Go by a business this morning, right after it opens up. Kind of a business I'm curious about, a business I like. Don't think they're hiring, don't expect them to hire me, but I want to check it out and I don't know, just look at their stuff because I love their stuff, and see what happens. Gonna go back to Walmart and I'm gonna pick up some boxing gloves. Gonna go to this gym and take a free membership for a while and blow off some stress punching the heavy bag. Come home, eat some lunch, shower, head off to a restaurant or two this afternoon. When I say a restaurant or two, I know exactly when and where I'm going and what, yeah. But again, the details don't matter so much. What matters is I have a plan. I'm excited to be here. The move went well. The interview went great yesterday. The church, although maybe not perfect, was cool enough. Don't know where I am in this town. Don't know anybody in this town. But I've gotten some friendly vibes, and I made the move safely, and I'm stripped down to what can fit in a Kia Soul, and staying in this hotel room that has a continental breakfast in the morning. Already eaten 2 little baby oranges and a banana. Enjoying my coffee. They didn't have the sweet creamer this morning. Is this the economic landscape we've been left with? Says Pure Joy. Pure Joy, I don't, first of all, Pure Joy, you don't sound joyous at all. Where I'm at has nothing to do with the economic landscape facing the world. It's just my little adventure. You guys all have your own adventures and your own challenges and your own stuff. But what I'm dealing with, and it's nothing I'm dealing with, this is life. You know, this is the life of what happens. You get divorced a couple times, you make some, I don't know, you could call them. I mean, certainly some people question some career choices I made, but that's okay. But again, don't make any sweeping thoughts about the economic reality of today. I mean, I lived in a beautiful apartment 2 days ago. It was perfect. I chose to do this. It's not the economy. Mm. Oh, yeah. It is life, Fred Hinkle. And it's my life. And I'll tell you what, I'm excited about my life. I'm excited about the day. Again, I've got a very specific day planned out that if I, you know, it all sounds pretty easy. You know, the first part's going to be fun. I'm going to go into a business that I'm fascinated about. I'm going to walk around. I'm going to look at the product. Say, hey, I like all these things. You hiring by chance? I'll work almost for free. I won't work for free. I got a lot of bills to pay, but who knows? Then I go to Walmart, buy some boxing gloves. I beat the crap out of a heavy bag. Hopefully my wrists are okay. And go into a couple businesses later this afternoon. See if they want to hire me. And start building my life, putting it back together. Not back together because it's not apart, but just kind of building it a little bit on some firm foundations in a town that I think could be cool. Already made some key inroads, hung out at a Starbucks, went to church and went to the gym yesterday. Seen a lot of friendly faces. And yeah, it feels good. Mm. Rebecca Tilly, it is all falling into place one step at a time. Are the rents doable there? I think so. Yeah. I wouldn't be here if I didn't think it would work. Narinder says I have a glow about me. Well, I like to think, Narinder, it's coming from inside. It's probably just coming from the lighting we have. Yeah. Mm. Oh. So yeah, it's Monday morning. And I'm excited about my day. I'm wondering, all my clothes outside of what I could put in one bag are sitting on the floor. Don't don't know how many pairs of underwear I packed. Somewhere between 5 and 7. Don't know what I'm gonna do when the underwear runs out or the t-shirts run out. I was thinking I could go a few options. I could go dig through my car trying to find the bag that's buried in there somewhere that has my underwear and socks. Sounds somewhat difficult. I could go find a laundromat and do laundry. That sounds difficult. I think the most prudent move for me would be to go to Walmart, Target, wherever it is that I buy more underwear and socks, and just buy some more underwear and socks. And hope I don't live in this hotel for like 6 months because then I'll have like 200 pairs of underwear and 200 pairs of dirty socks on this huge pile in my doorway. The maid won't be able to get in. Room service? That's the sound of her opening the door into my huge pile of underwear and socks. I could hand wash and hang it on a line outside. I could hand wash. I don't think I'm going to hand wash. See, women, I think, are more capable of hand washing their underwear because they're all like lacy and stuff like that. Like my underwear is like cottony. And I don't know that you can hand. I know you can. I just don't know that it would work as well. My delicates. I don't have any delicates. I just have. I mean, I don't know. It'll all work out, I guess, is my point. I don't need to fret too much about it. Clearly, I have. Mm. No, Jess, you don't have sink washing superpowers. You have different material underwear. Thinner, lighter. Seems it would wash better. Well, Stank says he has silk underwear. I think if he had silk underwear, maybe the hand washing could work pretty well. Yeah, they're much smaller. I think of my underwear, and they're kind of down to here, and they're cottony. They seem thicker. Ladies' panties are kind of pretty and light. You'd almost just have to go like that a couple times and they'd be clean. Men's, you'd have to get one of those. Maybe Walmart sells one of those washing boards and I could thump it on a rock like they do in The Chosen. But I don't want to thump my underwear on a rock like they do in The Chosen. I think just going out and buying some more might be the smart play. Yes, I could Google laundromats near me, Randall. I understand how to find a laundromat. I understand. Rebecca used to wash by hand at her mother's. Well, your grandma's. Yeah, you wouldn't do it at your grandpa's because he had the heavy laundry. He probably had like flannel boxers. You'd have to chisel that to make it clean. Oh. So yeah, it's Monday morning. And I am excited about my day. And I hope you're excited as well. I hope your weekend was a great one. I hope you got a great night's sleep. It's weird. My mind feels pretty darn quiet again this morning. I wrote a list of things I wanted to talk to you guys about. But I don't even know if I need to. Yeah, I don't know. If any of this stuff needs talked about right now. Made a big list though. Good morning, Julie Flanagan. Oh. Oh, Jess says, Monday morning, you sure look fine. I don't know what that means. I don't know what that means. How's the audience? The audience is pretty glorious today. Right, Fred? Thank you, Fred. Fred understands. Not only is it cheaper getting new underwear, it's a hell of a lot easier. I'm going to be in Walmart in 50 minutes anyway, buying boxing gloves. I feel relaxed. Again, I think it worked out real well having that. I still kind of go back and forth with ChatGPT. I think it's, for anyone that doesn't really use it, I think it can help you do. Sometimes you need something to bounce something off. I think ChatGPT is good for that. It gets a little invasive as well, and always asks you some weird question at the end just to keep the conversation going. And I kind of scold it. I hope it doesn't have personalities. I go, would you please stop asking me those stupid questions at the end every time? Because it likes to keep the conversation going. And sometimes it'll overcoach. It'll often overcoach. And you guys know how I feel about being overcoached. Like, I look at that as a tool to use, not something that I need chiming in and telling me things I got to watch out for. Or, I'll mention stopping by a business and I'll go, oh, great idea. But before you do that, you better think. You go in with your head held high, dressed to the nines. And do you want me to work over a script you can use when you walk in the business? And I go, shut the hell up, ChatGPT. I just wanted to let you know I was going to do it. I didn't ask your opinion. I know how to walk in a Dunkin' Donuts and ask if they sell Boston cream donuts. I don't need you to prepare a script for Dunkin' Donuts. But seriously, it will. So you got to kind of watch it and figure out how to use it. But it's been helpful for me. You're saying AI is dumb like a scholar who never left the house. Rebecca Tilley, yeah, I could see people feeling attached to it. Yeah, I definitely could. But it is a good sounding board and has helped me navigate some of the questions I have during this move. So it's been helpful for me. And it did do a great job putting together my schedule. And I tweaked it a little bit. You got to watch it, though. Just like you got to watch any relationship. It'll start walking over, stepping on, crushing your, or tearing down any boundaries you set up. Tell you, the church I went to yesterday had a large selection of donuts. They looked really delicious. I went to the early service. They had a whole 2 tables filled before the first service and then before the second service. So I had 2 opportunities to dive in. I used to think like you needed to eat breakfast and all calories were kind of the same. But I looked at those donuts as crap and totally useless calories that would not fill me up or make me feel good in any way. But I must say, I still wanted them. But I'm proud to say I did not have any. And I would also like to say that bravery is not the absence of fear. It is feeling fear and taking action anyway. And that's the way I felt Saturday morning. with my full car packed up and afraid to leave my adopted home of Appleton, Wisconsin, and drive to a new location, location unknown. And I'm honestly kind of proud of that. I don't know if many people, yeah, I know a lot of people probably wouldn't make the decisions I've made to put me in this position where I needed to do this. But I doubt many people would have the fortitude to pack up 3 times in 3 years and head off where they didn't know anybody and didn't even have a job or a home and just know they could make it. And it felt kind of good. It feels kind of good knowing I sit here, I know how to do it. I'm in a low-cost hotel. I've got my car packed. I know what needs to be in the bags. I know what jobs I can acquire quickly, and have maybe some longer term jobs in the back of my mind as well. And I'm proud of that. Oh. Rebecca said, as long as I still have a little Jesus, I'll be fine. Rebecca, the bad news, does a little Jesus, even if I have 2 of them, count if it's packed up and in my car somewhere? I would have thought I would have put them in my pocket, but I did not. I know they're in my car somewhere. I am telling you, if you see a white Kia Soul that's riding really low on its tires because it's overpacked, and there's a bald guy driving it, it's probably me. Don't walk behind him because he cannot see a thing behind him. Yeah. But anyway, again, okay, as long as you're still there, Rebecca. As long as you're still there. So it's Monday morning. I want to thank you for joining. It's been a glorious audience. We got 40 thumbs up. We got 39 minutes talked. We got 72 people watching, and we have 109 gems. I think they're gems. I'm not even totally sure they're gems. 109 something. I'm excited about my day. Next stop, Walmart, business, gym, home, and maybe 2 restaurants this afternoon to see if they're hiring. Sounds like a perfect day for me, and I want to thank you for joining on this Monday morning. I hope you had a wonderful, wonderful weekend, that you are feeling good, that you are loving yourself. And by the way, again, I've got a perfect little nook for coffee with Kent. But again, you have a wonderful, wonderful day, and I hope you're feeling good. Hope you are loving yourself. Hope you are forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.